8-4, bringing that S&D. Do you remember the time in the season where Davey was known for being ass at S&D?
Yes, most of the Vanguard seasons actually.
I don't know where this came from, but he picked up some sort of juice. Zachary
Yeah,
is going to get blooded. Dobbs, another kill on the board. 8-4 now for Dobbs as well. And Vegas, hopefully, is going to be able to put it away here. If you're in their minds, Clips, he's going to find the second one. Darkrai, that's 2 down. Bofa and Baw, all of Houston is negative. That
oh,
determines what I was going to say.
1v4.
Does Baw have that dog in him?
We shall see.
Dobbs knows he's there. He's gonna get the hit. Means he's gonna try and chow this out. Ball's gonna try and run away. He gets shot on the well. Another round 2 Vegas, and that is the map.
Yeah, 6-2, quite dominant out of Vegas there, I might say. Very impressed with their S&D there. Not so impressed with Bofa's S&D, I will say. I thought I thought the FPS god himself would come out. But really, it was just the Dobbs, Davy, and Clipsy show.
Yeah, an absolute stellar performance on S&D out of Vegas, and that's what you need if you want to pick up the momentum to take this after a very lackluster map 1.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But hey, we're about to go right into another Tuscan. Talking about Tuscan control here. Respawn wise, what do you think? What do you think, Johnny? That hard point looked completely just utter dominance for Houston.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm just excited to say this is our last Tuscan of the series, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a round of applause for the wonderful people of Tuscan for letting us use their city for a damn hour. But going to this respawn, if you're Vegas, you have to start playing off each other more. I've alluded to it, but once that disconnect happened from Bofa, they started playing their trades a lot more. They were pushing things together, and they need more of that performance if they're going to pull out a a respawn victory. And hopefully, if you're Vegas, you want to pull this one out in 4 games.
Yeah, I think if you're Vegas here, you just got to ride that momentum there. You can't let Houston get any more maps on you. They just got to go. You just got to win it here in this Tuscan in the boat cage and call it a night. Because historically speaking, their map fives for Las Vegas have not been great. Not been great.
But map 5s haven't exactly been great for either teams when they're both 0-2.
I guess most maps haven't been great
And
for
I'm
either
allowed
team,
to
huh?
say that because I'm on an 0-2 team who is going to bat tonight against another 0-2 team.
Yeah,
So
man, just the 0-2 clash tonight. Thankfully, after this one, we'll only have what 2 teams left that are 0-2. So, or I'm sorry, have a donut. They'll be
yep,
0-3.
with 2 winless teams left in the entire league, and if you're those teams, you have to be worried about your stakes in playoffs.
Absolutely, but we are about to jump into this Tuscan control. What are your map predictions here, Johnny?
If Houston can pull out the same respawn tactics that they had in the hard point and play their lives a little bit better than they were in the S&D, then they will be able to pull this one off easy. But Vegas is riding a tight momentum wave riding into this one, so it's a coin flip in my opinion. I can't really give you a prediction right now.
Yeah, I always worry a little bit with Houston when it comes to their control and S&Ds because of the pace of play that they play at. Um,
Absolutely, next level.
yeah, it's just fast. It's just pedal to the metal. Which who do we think we should start off on? I want to go with the speedy boy himself, Darkrai, as it looks like this Houston team is going to go B off the rip.
The very well-known, unpopular opinion of Darkrai to fly B every Tuscan.
And it looks like it could work out here as they do get the first pick, and they are about to hop on trying to get this first pick, but Davey and Dobbs are starting to clean up the mess that was left behind.
Clips, he's gonna get the kill on the Darkrai. So far, only 1 life lost for the side of Vegas, 4 for the side of Houston. And now it looks like they're gonna try and formulate some sort of A push.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to be nice and coordinated here as there is some picks going on and gunfights in the mid. But one thing I want to note, just kind of looking through some of these guys' gun selection, is Davey on an AR. What do you think about that as a 3 down goes on the side of Los Angeles?
They've even the well-known flex of this Vegas team. He's been very more comfortable this season when he pulls out the AR. And as you can see right there off that kill, Davey 2-0 off the start of this one. Looking very well impressive. He's holding his lanes. He's shooting straight. And what more can you ask out of your Platinum if he's playing flex?
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. And there's a two-piece out there for Clipsy. But look at this Houston team, man. They are flying again to B. There is no hesitation.
Absolutely, they're gonna try and get some sort of tick. Only one tick up so far for Houston, and Vegas has been pretty well at holding down the fort so far. As I say that, Houston is gonna start getting some progress on this beat. A tick and a half, but Tobbs insane kills, a 5 spree, 6 spree, and he's looking towards streaks without even a death.
Wow. But Darkrai is going to beat off a man in the back of
A
B.
lot of beating off in this one. I will say that.
You know, Tuscan is just beat off Central. You know, maybe
Very
it's that
much.
Italian air.
Yeah, very much third consecutive Tuscan. You know these boys have to be getting some sort of map lag, some sort of tiredness of being on this map over and over and over again. As the team trades are going in and in, Dobbs is gonna go to Ball, gets two. That's Dobbs and Davy down, and the push is on for this B site.
The push is on, and you know, one thing I will say, man, we haven't been as vocal about it, but this whole series, Dobbs has just been kind of a silent killer.
Absolutely. Realistically, when X left that team, there was a lot of wonder where Vegas was going to go, and Dobbs seems to be the answer as he finds one there. He does get traded by both, but Davey gets the trade. A 6 life advantage for the side of Vegas, and if you're Houston, you got to get in, and you got to get in now.
Yeah, this is do or die time. You've got really one more good hit at this before all hope is pretty much lost. I mean, obviously I'd say 2 hits, but Diablo is going to get a nice pick over there on Zach, but this ball up it into this bottom church site. Gets picked as well by Dio.
Diablo looking very impressive. You know, he does have a .5 in this one, but like I've said, he's been very impactful with and selective with the kills that he has been getting. A 2v13 Ball and Bofa versus the entire world.
And now it is just
Ball. Ball versus the world. A 1v13, 20 seconds left, 2 ticks remaining, and this is a steep hill to climb.
I mean, yeah, I don't want to say it's impossible, but
The free fire isn't
yeah.
there, the chow is, and Ball falls the round to Vegas in a very impressive statement round on defense from Vegas.
Oh yeah, but all isn't lost right here. If you're Houston, you did get that extra tick on B, so you know, really, you just got to lock down your defenses from this point on, and you should be all set.
Now here we go. Now Vegas, can they replicate that pressure on this offensive side of the map? Tuscan, one of those maps where it gets very mixy very fast. The smallest control map of the map set. And it's just one of those ones where you know there are going to be a lot of fast kills, and if a team starts getting you in their spawn, it's going to be over fast. But can Vegas just take control of the map now on the other side?
Right, Davy does, or Dobbs does start off with 2, but Davy is on a 4 spree, but gets sadly cut down by Darkrai, sprinting through elbow. And this team right now, I'm interested to see what push they go with. This Clipsy is getting some kills out here on the B side.
Yeah, absolutely. Davey, who have a combined 7 deaths, that is very impactful when you're playing a mode that counts your team's lives. It's impressive that they've been able to slay at such a high level against this Houston offense, who is known to be very slay heavy.
Yeah, no, exactly. And Dobbs Dobbs and Clipsy just doing work in the back spawn right now.
Absolutely. And Dobbs with yet another kill on the Bofa. He's got the Slate Reflector Rat gonna take out Baw. And the push is on for this field. Bofa gonna get that trade finally. One's gonna go down. Diablo picks off Darkrai in the middle. Davey gets Zachary. Bofa finally takes down Clipsy. And Bofa isn't gonna get traded out by Davey, but he is gonna be mere seconds away from capturing this A objective. The contest doesn't come through as Darkrai falls to Davey. Another one from Davey. Insane hold on this P1 side, but now the push for B, 3 ticks remaining if Vegas want to take this offense, and it's getting very mixy over there as Bofa gets Clipsy. Diablo gets 2 bottom church, and Dobbs is coming for a little bit of that blood too, but he's gonna get the third. Diablo fights Darkrai. You get off your L sticks, Darkrai. Diablo's waiting for you.
No, he is, man, and with a 17, make that 16 and 11 life count right now. You gotta look at Bofa and Zachary and just, you know, ask him, hey, maybe hold the left trigger a little bit more.
Just a little bit. Bofa though, you gotta play your life out a little bit more. You're leading the lobbies in death. You can't find yourself that many kills. I will say he's trying his best. He's holding the objective down. You gotta utilize your bronze a little more for Houston.
Got to, and I did forget to mention it as we were in the middle of talking, but Clipsy did beat somebody off again on Tuscan. So
He
I'm
beat
telling you,
off King.
it's Italian air, man.
It is that Italian air Clipsy. The beat off King himself. Diablo's gonna child the spawn. The battle of bronzes, and Bofa's gonna take this one. Clipsy gets the kill on the Darkrai. This push for beat. There's 20 seconds remaining, 3 ticks, but no respawn for the side of Houston. And this one's gonna come down to the wire. Only 12 more seconds to survive.
Yeah, they just have to survive 12 more seconds, and it looks like they might be able to.
Opa finds Dobbs. That is a huge kill. If you could take out Dobbs, specifically if your bronze is going to be doing work like this. A 2v8, 1.1 seconds remaining. Diablo finds
Diablo!
Oh, and that is the round for Vegas.
Oh my gosh! Hey, yo. What did we say
Italian
about the
air.
beat off Italian air, man?
Diablo, this has been an absolute war. They're throwing haymakers at each other. These two cannot be contained.
Wow, this is just something. You know, it reminds me of my time way back when I was younger. You know, out at the park, we decided to do some slap boxing. And this is, you know, really what it is. You know, you slap, you don't die, you get to respawn at least. So, but Houston looking like they're going to do just a solid A strat right off the rip, as Darkrai does get control of top church for the time being. But as I say, that gets immediately taken down.
But Houston already 2 ticks onto that A objective. And the contest finally coming through. Diablo is going to fall to Darkrai. Bofa gets Clipsy. Bofa's turned up like I asked him to. Bob finds Dobbs. Davey down in the middle from Darkrai. The push in the bottom church, because they're also going to still be spawning on the back. But Diablo is going to cut him off and stop the pressure. But Houston has already claimed that A objective.
They have claimed the A objective, and they have claimed church as their own. Good to see that we've got a good Christian team out here as they are claiming the church.
Absolutely. Darkrai trying to find Davey in the back, and he does. That's 3 down for the side of Vegas. They're all going to be spawning in that back. Dobbs is going to be the first one to challenge. He's going to try and pull that back. Actually, he does not, as they all start to push towards bottom perch.
It does look like Clipsy has lagged out. Now, in control, the lag outs are a little bit different than Hardpoint, but, you know, if you're LVT, you at least got to try to stop them from getting the ticks.
Absolutely. Diablo is going to fall to Zachary. The ramp push is on. Buff goes down. Bofa and Zachary now both pushing this hill. Davey trying to find one. The 360 off the top rope.
And
Bofa
the Italian air.
The Italian air, a pistol whip, if you must, from Sir Davis the Third. An insane play.
Third.
I don't know.
Well, make him the 4th now. You know, he's on a 4 streak.
Absolutely. Davey fighting for his life. If they could somehow pull out this round, there is no need for a reset.
Yeah, I'd be pretty mind blown if they were able to pull this one off.
Davey on a 5 does finally get taken out. Diablo as well.
And Dobbs, there's Zachary on that hill, and Dobbs gonna clean up the mess a little bit, and they're still alive, Johnny.
Yeah, and Houston is taking a firm sprint through this P5 side, but Zachary is going to be making his way through the mid, hopefully for some sort of pinch, as Dobbs finds 2 in P5, and Darkrai trying to wait for something. Davey's going to take the chow. Darkrai gets traded out by Dobbs, and it's 12
on another 6 spree here. And keep in mind, he still has a glide, and it looks like he may be calling this one in. Never mind.
He cut the lead from 7 lives to 4, just like their 3, just like that.
Sure did, and I'm quite impressed. And make that 7 in a row. Oh, could not get 8 as Diablo is the last one alive on this B site. The glide should have probably come in a little bit sooner if he was going to glide. It doesn't look like he's going to, as Darkrai does get 4 right now, and that should be the site controlled here.
It is, and that is the round to the way of Houston. Unfortunate circumstances for the side of Las Vegas, but that one pulls out in very, very dramatic fashion.
Very unfortunate circumstances right here, but you know, hopefully Clipsy's all good and he'll be able to come back and rejoin the lobby at any point. As we're about to, it looks like they're starting to leave the lobby.
As Clipsy joined back.
Yes, as Clipsy joined back.
Call of Duty, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I do believe that in my knowledge that the control rules, I don't think it's I think it's like Hardpoint where you can just rejoin back the lobby, right?
Pretty sure. But
Pretty sure that's
nonetheless,
how it
we're
goes,
gonna get
but
a firm restart 2-1. It's the advantage going Vegas.
with Vegas being on the offense, I believe.
Yes, Vegas should be on offense after Houston captured both objectives. Uh, but icy. Do you think Houston has what it takes to pull 2 rounds out here in this reset?
I mean, maybe, man. I mean, if the lobby hadn't been restarted, technically Houston should be getting, um, if Vegas doesn't win this round, then Houston should be getting defense for the final round. But due to the map reset, I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Yeah, it's gonna be big because here's two. What is it? We would play 3 maximum rounds,
That's
and
right. Yeah.
if Houston somehow can pull out these first two, it is pretty impossible for Vegas to get defense. Or no, it would just go offense, defense, offense, defense. So it doesn't even matter who got what there.
Yeah. There's two more rounds. If Hugh wins the defense, they got the 4 ticks in the round one and 6 ticks of that round. So in order for Yeah,
Oh, and
I
I
believe
just
so.
noticed in the chat, Vegas lost a glide bomb.
They did, yeah. Dobbs did have a glide bomb. So like I said, I mean, if I'm the teams, I'm probably just waiting for Clipsy to rejoin rather than trying to leave and restart the games. But um, yeah, because I believe it was like 3 or 4 ticks for Las Vegas, and then 10, yeah, 3 ticks for Las Vegas, 10 ticks for Houston. So yeah, I mean, if Vegas doesn't win this round that we're about to go into, then we're gonna have to restart again with Houston on defense.
Unfortunate circumstances. Just take a quick moment to thank Activision for producing these absolutely wonderful games every year for us to sit here and grind and enjoy every single moment of this game cycle. Shout out Activision. You guys make killer games. Keep doing what you're doing, please. Burn all of our hopes and dreams to the ground. Very much so.
I'm looking forward to the Microsoft officially fully taking over after this next coming COD.
Yeah, but we see how Halo went.
Yeah, but at least we'll get the games hopefully fully finished, right?
Maybe.
Halo was a fun time in the beginning.
Yeah, and
Just got a
it
little
died off
dull.
because it wasn't finished.
Well, yeah. But we're about to hop in back into this one with Las Vegas being on the attack here. What do you think here, Johnny? I mean, Houston looks like they may be able to pull this one out.
All cards are out the window. With a reset, everyone's lost full. The mental's chalked. Everyone's chalked. It is a fight. If you want to win, who's got that dog in them? You gotta fight.
That big old dog, man. That ruff, ruff, ruff.
And
Shout out my homie Big Dog for that one.
we do love Big Dog, and this is underway. Dobbs and Zach are going to be in that fight over mid, and Dobbs is going to pick off an early one. And it looks like they're going to be formulating a push towards A, as they're about to get a tick down, but the push through mid from Houston is flying in. And there is a whole lot of mayhem going over here. Darkrai fights with Davey, fights Darkrai, Ball fights Davey, and it is control to the side of Houston.
Absolutely. But look at this wrap. They're starting to two-hit towards the B site. Trying to get a little bit of spread control here. I
I was
like
gonna
this.
find
I
Zachary
like this
top
play.
church. Find
I
the
like this
second one,
Dobbs.
bottom church.
Oh,
Darkrai
Dobbs.
in
I
the
love
mid.
this.
Dobbs feeling schnapper. A 4-0 start. A 5-0 start. And he's
Unlucky
gonna
timing.
get traded out by Baugh. And Bofa gonna get found by Clipsy on A. Darkrai gonna start applying that B pressure as he's known to do. But he's traded out by Diablo. And
Right.
Diablo's traded out by Zachary.
But a tick does get put down on the B site, so that's That's nice, but I mean, like I said, regardless, you gotta win it
Yeah, no,
here,
there's only
or
a minute
else you go
left
to
in the
attack.
first round. They need to choose A or B. You got to stop with this little here, little there. You got to just get together, stack them on one of these objectives, and prolong this game. Because right now, the lives won't matter if you don't obtain one of these in the next minute.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they can get the A site here, I mean, the lies will probably come into play, and they should be able to pull this one out. But never count Houston out. But this A site does look like it's about to go their way.
It looks like they chalked A, in my opinion, for no good reason.
Yeah, I don't like that call out of Houston, but hey, maybe they know more than me. They're
Yeah,
playing.
specifically when they already have a tick on B and they have 7 lives on you, 6 lives on you. Go off ball. And another
Huh.
beat off. We love that sweet Italian there. Just melt it.
But Bofa right now 0-5. You're gonna want a little bit more out of him, I think. But Houston is holding this down, locking it down, and that life advantage is starting to get slowly eaten away as Houston is starting to turtle up.
Dobbs gonna get taken out by Zachary in that top church, and you gotta slow it down if you're Houston because Vegas is gonna be coming in hot. But it looks like they're just trying to match the tempo.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect out of Houston? You're telling the Houston team to slow down, man? Come
They have to. I'm sorry to
on.
break the news to them.
They do, but you know.
Diablo feeling snappy. He's gonna get traded out by Darkrai. Dobbs gonna find Baw, and the Baw gets the kill towards this B objective. No ticks. Clipsy down. Davey gets the trade on Darkrai.
And just
Davey
like that,
finds 2.
look at the life advantage, though. They have definitely eaten away, and now it's only a 3 life advantage. This is doable for Houston.
And Vegas has 45 seconds to get onto this B objective and get 2 ticks or slay 4 more times and find these kills. But it's not like this one. Baw keeps shooting his gun with absolute piss missiles.
Absolute missiles coming out here. It's 5-3. Make that 4-3. 25 seconds remaining. 4-2. This is an SND, folks. This is what we play COD for.
20 seconds left in the round. They're gonna find him back church. Oh no, Dobbs, that's the same team. That was an absolute
And they're going
moronic
back
call
church
out of
here.
me.
We've got one top left, one elbow.
90.
Bofa and Darkrai. 8
Finds the
seconds
first
left.
one. He gets out with his life.
They get on the point. Just Darkrai. Darkrai cannot do it, and Vegas has taken this control. They go up 2-1 in the series.
Absolutely.
What do you think about that one, Johnny? I mean, I thought maybe Houston had a chance there for a second.
I think Vegas, even though they had a little bit of struggle there at the end, they were bound to take that round, and they, in return, take the control. They looked down. If we forget the restart, they looked dominant the entire time. It
Hmm.
never for a second did I have a guess. They lost the round where they lost the player and they had to fight it in a 3v4, which in control, it is nowhere near a hard point or a search and destroy. It is such a hard time to fight in a 3v4 in a control. And you know what? Very typical performance out of Houston, trying to regain, trying to win. They're winning that 4v3 round and trying to win that last round. But there was not a lapse in the Vegas game plan right there. They looked pretty clinical up until the drama and the losing fold.
Yeah, no, they did look pretty good, man, and that's exactly what I was expecting to see from Vegas most of the series. Didn't look like that in the first map, but good to see that they came out here. But if you're Houston, I don't think all hope is lost. You guys looked not great, but you didn't look terrible.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's move on from that Tuscan control. It was a good map. Vegas does, after being down 1-0 after a very lackluster hardpoint performance, they are now up in the series 2-1 and returning to hardpoint. And Icy, we're getting off Tuscan. No more sweet Italian air. Let's go.
Man, I'm gonna miss it. There's something very um peculiar about the air. That just makes grown men act up a little bit.
It is an absolute pleasure to be here with everybody tonight, casting this one. An absolute barn burner that, pray to God, will end on this map. Nothing against either teams, but for my sake and everybody else's sake, we do have another match after this. But let's be honest, if we go to a map 5 here, it's going to be a flip of the coin, because that S&D was extremely dominant for the side of Las Vegas. Well, we talked about it before. They've looked extremely lackluster in map 5s all season long. So, like I said at the beginning of the S&D, this one is officially a toss in my book. I don't know who to root for. I don't know who to put my money on. I'm just here for the ride.
I'm just here for the fun, and man, with the pace of play for these teams on this boat cage, like Clipsies and the Dark Rise out here on the map, this one could be a high slaying fest.
Absolutely a high slaying affair. This is, guys, we're going into the gauge. Let's be honest. This is going to be a real show. And we got some of the highest slayers in the league on this map right now. Darkrai, Davy, Dobbs, who tonight has been showing out and doing his part. Clipsy, even someone who can show those glimpses of that diamond Clipsy potential and start slaying out on Bow Cage. If there's one map where we're going to see Clipsy turn up, I feel like it's going to have to be a Bow Cage. This one is as dramatic as it gets, with arguably the whole season on the line from here on out if you're Houston.
No, you're right, man, and it really goes for both teams. I think. I mean, yeah, you still got 2 more weeks after this, but you have a lot of things got to go right for you to still make playoffs if you lose this one. So,
Absolutely. And
um,
when I say that, I mean it is do or die for Houston. Like where Vegas has this leniency.
right,
If they
right.
wanted to win on map 5, they could take the L on this bow cage. Houston, they got no more options. If they want to make playoffs and they want to lock it in by week 4, they need to win now. They need to win both these bow cages. They need to put no doubt in the rest of the conference's mind that they're a contender. They got to do this now. And you got to remember, Darkrai is fighting for his life. He has not missed a grand finals in his UR career since season 1.
Hmm, interesting.
Shh.
Of course, he's been to a lot.
Yes, and
Because
the
what he
3
played, he
last
played what
consecutive.
3 last consecutive, and he played in season 1 as well, right?
Yeah, it was either
Um,
season 1 or season 2, regardless.
but I mean, he's been to all of them that he's played in. So hey, history could be in the making here.
Absolutely. Darkrai is at the lowest part of the mountain. If he wants to get back to grand finals, it starts right now.
Start right now. But yeah, no, I mean, Bocage, man, just such a thrill to watch. Hopefully, the fans understand that it is going to be a tough one to to cast on Bocage. You and I have casted our fair share of Bocage hard points, Johnny. And to be honest, halfway through the match, we just kind of start talking
You can't really cast anything that excuse me, but the
on the
map
freaking map,
the freaking map crazy. The freaking kill feed crazy. There you can't see no gunfights because everyone's shooting at each other. It's gonna get extremely mixy as Dobbs gonna get the first blood. Bofa gonna find the kill. He'll both find. Gonna get traded out. It is 5 seconds and a quick break for the side of Vegas, but it's all about this P2 control as Houston is still spawning on that side of the map. But Dobbs gonna get into the back real quickly here and try and get one, but he's gonna get shut down by Darkrai.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is pretty much going how I expected it to go. Very low scoring in the first hill, but one thing I've always believed is that if you could get like a good 20, 30 seconds on this first hill, you are like at such an advantage.
It's actually phenomenal. The game plan usually is just go straight for those P2 spawns, but as of late, when you get later into this game, it is now September. The game came out last November, and the game plan, it's going to start to change. This first P1 has started becoming very impactful for the rest of the game because one quick rotation, a fat lead, and it's over.
Yeah, it is. It goes completely over. But as we say that, Houston does have control of the hill for the time being. Obviously, a 3 down now for Las Vegas, and just like that, Las Vegas gets control of the hill.
It's time for Davey to go rogue. He's going to find Darkrai over the mid. Diablo finds Ball on the hill as the hill starts to go to the way of Vegas. Bottom church being controlled heavily by Davey. He's just running in circles down here. Zachary's going to fall in the mid. Vegas has been unanswered on the board as Darkrai is going to find a team trade. He's going to start pushing for the front of this hill. He's going to go down. Ball finds the trade on the Dobbs. And Zachary's going to get Diablo. No, all the time is officially white. It's contested. And Houston's going to come away with this last 13 seconds of scrap.
Yeah, and just like that, man, the final 13 seconds, and now we're looking at a very close game again. And that's the beauty of Bocage. As soon as you think that you have the lead,
You don't.
one little three wipe, and now you're down by 20.
as the hill is initially taken by Vegas. Diablo and Clips are going to hold it. Davey falls down in the back. Dobbs now two. Boz going kind of nuts. He's going to get traded out by Clipsy off his spawn, though. The push into Kitch. Clipsy finds a second with Bofa out towards back mid. No one's on the hill. It is a absolute snooze fest as everyone starts sprinting in circles around the hill to find one another. Bob finds, or Davey finds Bob, Dobbs finds Bofa, Zachary finds Davey and Dobbs, and it is still Vegas's time as Houston has yet to break onto this hill.
Yeah, and that's the thing with these spawns, man. You get like a wave, and then all of a sudden you're in another gunfight.
They're trying their best, but Vegas is having one of those hills that's going to start stretching that lead bit by bit by bit. Darkrai over Z gonna not or get taken out there. Bofa finds Diablo, and the last 2 seconds is gonna go to the way of Dobbs. The rotation is on. Initial is for Houston as they're not gonna take it at first. Clipsy falls, doesn't get that hold, and Houston is gonna get some of this time here, much needed after both those last 2 hills.
Right, absolutely much needed here. But just like that, Vegas swarms in and then gets the hill taken back from him again. And, you know, that's just what makes it so hard to cast this map, man. There's just so much going on.
I don't have the screen in my tank to scream for every 3-piece like I usually do. This is no Tuscan. The Italian air is out of my lungs.
Yeah,
Clipsy's gonna find Bofa, my favorite name in the game. Zachary takes out Clipsy, and Darkrai right behind him to take the hill. But Dobbs and Davey, let's talk about how many times we've seen the name Dobbs, Davey, 1-2 in the kill feed. These two have been playing off each other incredibly. Dobbs is gonna find another one. He's on a 3 spree, 17-6 already. He's gonna find a 4th. Nothing P2 side, but let's talk about Dobbs and Davey for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, Dobbs and Davey just absolutely frying, doing exactly. Look, if you're Vegas, this is exactly what you were hoping to get with your main AR, man. We're on Bow Cage right now, playing main AR, and he's 19-6 on a 5 spree.
Insane play. Dobbs sees ball in the mid. Boss almost tried to get a little snappy on him. Couldn't find the kill. This is all Vegas Hill so far as he's going to be taken off. The white time is upon us. Diablo's there to cover Bofa versus Diablo. And Diablo wins the Battle of Bronzes this time. And Dobbs is going to be holding that streak. Vegas has been really good about getting this initial time. And even if they fall, lose the hill for a little bit, getting there very quickly and retaining possession of the hill.
Absolutely, and this is where you start to run away with your lead, man. You get that one really good hill, and then you can just play for the scrap on the rest of the game and get those little 20, 25 seconds.
That P5 is the money hill on this Bow Cage, and Vegas is not losing seconds. Now almost a 60 point lead going into the second rotation, and it's gonna get very scary if Houston doesn't start getting linking a few of these hills together.
Yeah, and if you're Houston, you gotta kill Dobbs, man. He's on a 10 spree right now. He's just absolutely cooking.
6. In my opinion, you should throw 2 lives to celebrate the GOAT, Kobe Bryant, but you know, not everyone's me. As no one has yet to touch this P1 time, it has gotten to the point of breaking down, and it has gotten extremely mixy. Dobbs 11 kills in a row.
11 kills in a row as, you know, time's finally starting to get touched a little bit. But Dobbs, 12th. I mean, I don't even know what you say to that. He's just been cookie. He's main AR right now, man.
13 off the V2. He's pushing his best.
And even with that, I mean, the game's not totally out of control over Houston here, but this is it, really. If you let, well, Dobbs just get
finally
killed as a
4 down. Go, Houston. That's what you need right now. They need to push for these P2 spawns, and it is. Vegas is spawning on the other side of the map, and it looks like Houston's going to get control of this P2, and this is what they needed if they wanted to come back.
Absolutely. This is exactly what you needed, and that glide bob is going to be getting called in for Dobbs, but no kills come from it.
It is number 2, Bofa, holding that hill once again. And I just want to tip very quickly, Bofa picked it up. 14-16 thus far with a minute and 7 on hill. Make that 15-17 with a minute and 8 on hill. And it has been showing for this side of Houston.
It sure has. And now Vegas, though, getting possession of the hill. 30 seconds left. If they can keep this 30, this game may be all but done. As I say that, the entire Houston team gets absolutely obliterated.
Absolutely wiped out, and Vegas takes control of P2. The Rotos are underway, and it's going to get real mixy by P1 as they all start to mix.
Yeah, and you know, this is where boys become men, man. These mixy hills as, you know, look, Houston, we're seeing what they did in Tuscan. You know, they're always the the first team there. It's just that their holds have been a lot worse. But as I say that, 3 do go down for the side of Vegas.
Absolutely, and it is Houston who's going to be holding this time. Bofa, once again, the Hill Maestro sitting his butt, his big old rear end in the hill, soaking every little moment as he can. And let's talk, like, we know how or how dominant Houston could be in these respawns. If they could start linking these hills like I've been talking about this whole time, it could get real scary. But Vegas has yet to give up this 60-point lead.
Yeah, they have been, look, Houston's been getting those nice 20-30s, but Vegas has also been getting those nice 20-30s.
And when you were already 60 points ahead, you cannot afford to be giving those up if you're Houston.
No, not at all, man. You just gotta. But looking at this right now, this is probably the best hill from Houston that we've seen so far. They've only given up about 25 seconds or so. So, advantage does go to them, but even still, this lead's still going to be about a 45-second lead here for the side of Vegas.
Yeah, nobody's going to get this initial on the bottom barn hill. Bofa finally, once again, picking up the hill. The GOAT for this Houston squad right now, putting in work. Zachary and Darkrai are going to find one. Bofa's going to go down. Clipsy finds 2 with Darkrai. Can't be stopped, but Zachary ends up stopping him. Dobbs gets the trade onto him. Davies going to be hitting out the back here. He's going to follow the ball. And the time is going to start going the way of Houston once again. Ball is going to be soaking it up this time. And the push is through from Vegas. A contested hill. There's 3 of them there. Davies hitting around the outside. He sees one mid. He's going to find Darkrai shots on him, but he doesn't get them. 2 of Houston are here. Bofa's gonna get the kill on the Davy, and Houston's gonna retain possession of this hill, but the spawns are at Tractor, and he just turns into an absolute fest of bullets in his face.
I mean, it was just a whole entire, I don't even know what to call that, a bloodbath, I guess, as Vegas is going to get the remainder of this, like, 10-12 seconds that are getting here. But if you're Vegas, you got to lock it down here. This is your money hill.
Huge flanks coming to the back. He's going to let Diablo away. He's going to try for Clipsy, but Davy's there to get him. The trade comes through. Zachary's on that tree. Going to try and get some, but Paul takes out Davy on the hill. And Houston, just like that, is about 30 points away and is trying to come back. But as I say something, Vegas is going to get their way. They've been nibbling away little bits of time at every hill, and they've been able to play with their lead just enough to keep Houston behind. This one is getting very, very mixy, very, very fast.
Very fast. And Ba, who's been having a great map, does call on the glide, gets a pick here, but nothing's going to come at it.